Kansas football has been a dumpster fire for quite a while now, and the head coach has been a problem for them since they had the legendary Mark Mangino. Since then, the Jayhawks program has fallen into a college football abyss of failure, and with both David Beatty and Les Miles failing for different reasons, it's time we see a qualified head coach take the reins in Lawrence, Kansas. So yeah, Kansas football has been absolutely atrocious, and they've been one of the worst programs historically, but they need a guy to change it. They haven't yet named a head football coach, and they are definitely way behind the 8 ball for the 2021 season, and things are likely going to be tough for them in the fall. But it does look like it's going to come down to 4 guys for the Jayhawks job opening, and today we're going to talk about each one, and who I think will be the best fit, and why they want to hire each dude. But first, before we get into it, if you love college football, this is 100% the channel for you, as I put out quality uploads every single day, multiple uploads a day, and you will not be disappointed. Hit that like button if you want to support today's video and help it get in the algorithm so more college football fans can see this kind of content. Suggest what topic I could do next, as I read every single comment, and I'm always looking to expand my video ideas, so anything you have, let me know. And also be sure to turn on post notifications so you never miss when I upload, and you don't have to rely on the algorithm promoting my videos to you. Now let's go ahead and get started and talk about Kansas's coaching search. Yesterday, a report surfaced that the coaching search had been narrowed down to 4 candidates, and each are very intriguing options. The first option is personally my favorite, and that is Lance Leipold from Buffalo. Leipold began his coaching career at a Division III school known as Wisconsin Whitewater. He went 106 in his first 106 games, and I had to read that again. That is absolutely mind-boggling and will deserve a video of its own someday. That was the fewest games any college football coach has needed to get to 100 wins in his career, beating the previous mark set by Cornell's Jill Doby back in 1921. Before leaving for Buffalo in 2015, Leipold went 109-6 at his alma mater, Wisconsin Whitewater, and he led the Warhawks to 6 national championships in 8 years. This is North Dakota State football level. Leipold went 5-7 and 2-10 in his first 2 years at Buffalo, but since then, he's won at least 6 games in 4 straight seasons. That's included 3 consecutive bowl appearances, a 10-win campaign in 2018, and a 6-1 mark in the shortened 2020 season. Plus, last year, the Bulls picked up their first national ranking in school history and had an absolute star in Jarrett Patterson at running back, who set a national record. He has been so good that he is seen as a guy who can turn around a struggling program, as he was interviewed by both Vanderbilt and Illinois for their head coaching jobs, and despite Clark Lee and Brett Bielema getting hired, he was still a guy who's going to be a Power 5 head coach someday, and a guy who is seen as someone who can rebuild a struggling program. Finally, he had this to say when he was asked about how he'd bring success from the lower level to Division I. Leipold said, quote, "There's not a magic recipe anyone has, or they'd be selling it for lots of money. It goes back to evaluation and recruiting and development of players. We're going to focus on the process of getting a little bit better in this program each and every day. This is the coach I'd want to play for and I want for Kansas, as he has a ton of experience, he wins games, and he has the right attitude when it comes to a struggling program. He's not going to be landing blue chip players, and Kansas doesn't have a culture of winning and a lot of money to back it up, so he is going to have to build it brick by brick like Bill Snyder did at Kansas State. He'll be given plenty of time to succeed, and I truly do think this is the best option for the Jayhawks, and I'm a little bit shocked he wants to take the job, because I think he can get a better one in the future." Next up, we have the only non-head coach on the list of 4, in Texas A&M defensive coordinator Mike Elko. Elko has become a big-time assistant name in the SEC as of late, and some say he's one of the brighter coaches in all of college football. One Yahoo columnist had this to say: "This is a tall task for an assistant, but Elko, at 44, has shown the chops as part of reviving programs at both Wake Forest and Notre Dame as an assistant." Elko projects as one of the most coveted assistants in the next cycle after fielding the SEC's top defense in 2020. He's the caliber of a coach they struggle to land in a more competitive market. They also compared the situation to Steve Sark. After Mel Tucker left Colorado for Michigan State, he was offered the head coaching job for the Buffaloes, but he would turn it down to remain the offensive coordinator at Alabama, and this turned into him winning the Broyles Award and landing the Texas job. I'm not saying Elko could land a job as big as that in 1 year, but one could imagine he could do better than Kansas. He could have a bad season, or schools may not want him, and right now, he likely has a surefire chance at potentially being a Power 5 head coach, so if he is offered it, I would take it. The Jayhawks administration could be a little bit weary though, as the last Texas A&M assistant to take a head coaching job at Kansas was former wide receivers coach David Beatty, who was a disaster of a hire for the Kansas program. He did beat Texas though. Elko played for Penn back in the day, and he seems to have an old school football approach to the game, and despite his lack of head coaching experience, he has a higher ceiling in terms of recruiting, has some good connections, builds a good defense, and I could see him succeeding at Kansas, but will he get that chance? He's personally my 3rd choice for the job. My second choice for the job is arguably the most intriguing option, Jeff Monken. He's the head coach at Army and has turned that program around. Monken was formerly the head coach at Georgia Southern from 2010 to 2013 and has built up the Army football program and has gone 49-39 in 7 seasons as the head coach, and most notably almost beat Oklahoma and Michigan. He runs the triple option and would likely bring that philosophy to Kansas. In each of his past 5 seasons, Army has finished in the top 14 in the country in terms of possession per game. In 2018, when the Black Knights won 11-2, Army finished number 1 amongst all FBS teams in time of possession at 38 minutes a game, which is just crazy. From 1997 to 2013, Army finished a season with a winning record only 1 time. Then Monken took over in 2014, and his long-term overall has resulted in 4 bowl appearances in the past 5 years, some close upsets and wins over Navy, which is something the Army fan base loves. Kansas is in a very similar situation, as they haven't had a winning record in a long time, and maybe Monken's the guy to turn it around. But how do I think he would fit there? Well, Army has finished in the top 10 in the country in total defense in 3 of its past 5 years, so you would definitely have them competing in the Big 12 and stopping some of those air raid offenses. If Monken is hired, he will bring his triple option tough defense style, which could win some games, but is that attractive to recruits is the big question. Watching an Army football game is pretty boring, to be honest, but they do win games and you have to respect that. High-end recruits who want to play in the NFL are probably not going to sign up to play for Kansas like they may have for Les Miles. But in order for Kansas to be successful, they need to do something different, and Monken will find guys who will play hard and fit his style. The athletes won't come there, but the kids who want to work hard will. Leipold and Monken are both home run hires for Kansas in my opinion, and I'm more than fine with either one of those guys being named the next head coach. Finally, we have the last option in Skip Holtz, the guy who I think is the 4th best dude. He is the son of legendary head football coach Lou Holtz, so football was obviously introduced to him at a very young age. Holtz is a bit of a new name that fans have not previously heard much of, but it could be a good fit for Kansas. After a successful 5-year stint with East Carolina back in the day, he took the head coaching job at South Florida, but he was fired from there after not doing too well. Since then, he has bounced back though at Louisiana Tech. He's gone 61-41 there and has made it to a bowl game in each of his last 7 years, and he has even won 6 straight bowl games. This also included a shutout win over the Miami Hurricanes and proves that he can compete against Power 5 programs. I don't think Holtz is a bad option by any means. What will he offer that the other 3 can't? Leipold is an outstanding winner with consistent success, the ability to rebuild a program, and is a younger guy. Monken will bring a completely new style with a system that will make Kansas competitive no matter what happens. Elko has SEC ties, a great defense, and a much higher ceiling. Holtz is a guy who has won games, but I just don't think he has anything that really separates him from the other 3, but he definitely wouldn't be a horrible option. I want them to hire Leipold to be the guy, but I'm also happy if they get Monken. Because seeing a triple option defensive team and a passer-friendly, no-defense Big 12 would be a sight to see, and I'm very curious to see how that would work. I've always wondered if Vanderbilt did that, if they could be successful in the SEC East, and maybe we'll get a chance to see with Kansas. I think the recruiting ceiling is very low under Monken though, which is my biggest worry about him. Leipold could bring his style and work ethic to the program, and they can have both a more fun offense and the ability to recruit at a higher level. What do you guys think though? Kansas has not had a good coach since Mark Mangino, and they have been an absolute dumpster fire for years, and obviously they are the worst Power 5 program. It's going to take a miracle to get the Kansas football program back to good terms, but I think one of these 4 guys potentially has what it takes to do it, and I think Leipold and Monken really could. If you're a Kansas fan, let me know who you want to hire, and if you're just a casual college football fan in general, let me know your thoughts on the Kansas program and some of these coaches. Be sure to let me know a topic that I could do next, as I look at every single comment, and I'm always looking to do new style videos, so be sure to drop your thoughts. Give this video a like, subscribe, comment, as this will help the video get in the algorithm, so more college football fans can learn about this Kansas coaching search. Before you go, be sure to check out all my other videos on the end screen, including my video for Kansas fans about what happened to Todd Reesing. I hope to see you guys again soon, but until next time, peace.